on your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good to say I dabbled in stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. You can listen to this podcast on, my God, we're everywhere. By we, I mean just me and whoever I have on. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, Rockfin, MySpace, Friendster, we're everywhere. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what the heck are you waiting for? I'm trying to get to 100K so I can feel good about myself and have a plaque in the background, and then maybe take a picture of it, maybe send it to all my teachers that said I would have my own little like Eminem moment. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Yes. Let's see. Do I have any shows coming up? Yes, I do. I have a show coming up in New York City at the Cutting Room, September 7th, Saturday, September 7th. I don't believe I have a ticket link yet, but when I do, I will let you know. I will post it. Please come to that if you're in the New York City tri-state area. I would love to see you there. And that's all. That's all, I think. All right. I haven't been this excited for an interview in a very long time, because this is a gal like she's hard to get. Okay. Like a lot of people are scratching at her door, and guess what? I'm the only little doggy she let in. Okay. I feel very honored that she's here tonight to answer all of your questions and just have a fun chat with me. We're gonna find out the secrets or not. Maybe she'll stay a mystery. She's here. I'm so excited. It is the one and only, the viral, the bold lib, Angela Belcamino. Yay!
Hi, Chrissie. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God. I am thrilled. I love so much the amount of hate that you have generated online. I'm going to say mostly on Twitter. I don't think, are people coming for you on Facebook, or is it really?
It's mostly Twitter or X. That's where it all stems from. And then you'd be surprised. They come to the other platforms and find me there too. So it also, travels to Instagram, travels to Facebook, but definitely primarily on X or Twitter.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite things about, okay, let me put my, oops. Wow, I just unplugged myself. Hold the phone. I unplugged my headphones.
Oh my gosh. Well, I wanted to say, I don't know if you saw or heard, but I currently have COVID. So
what? You have COVID?
Yeah. I have COVID, but I wouldn't dare cancel on you because a bold lib does not do that. But I did. I took my mask off just for this.
I didn't even think that was real still. Are we still doing COVID?
Apparently it's recirculating right now from what I'm heirng. But yeah. So mask is off for the interview, and
good.
Cats are in their cages, and here we go.
Do you actually have symptoms?
Yeah, I do. But they're very allergy-like, and I don't know about you, but like it's really fun as you get older that your allergies change. So like my allergies have gotten so much, they're always bad, and apparently I just learned that I'm allergic to New York, but I live here. So
yeah, maybe it's just like the waft of homelessness is become too much, or maybe it's just like the smell of
urine.
Homeless Venezuelans lurking in the streets. That's interesting because I'm allergic to shrimp, and I
Oh,
used to eat so much shrimp. I would eat buckets of it. And then at 22, my lips swelled up. Like one day after improv, I was out with the improv peeps eating shrimp like I always do. And my lips swelled up to like 3 times their size. And like I didn't know about Benadryl or anything. They stayed swelled for days. So I would go into my day job like the next day or 2 days after. It's still really swelled, and like it was a new job because I worked for this whatever talent agent. So I was like, I couldn't call in sick because I was like, I'm gonna get fired. But anyway, the my boss just thought I had like poorly done Botox. And I'm like, no, I just had shrimp and I don't know why it won't go down. But this was years ago. So every year I'm like, is this going to be the year I'm going to try shrimp again? But then I'm always like, you know, you got to clear your schedule and make sure it's going to be shrimp day. I don't want to have an event to go to because what if I'm still allergic? Anyway, these are the things I think about.
what a fun way to find out.
Yeah, like a shrimp day. My God, Angela, yeah, you've pissed everybody off, and like we were chatting a little bit, and you were asking me like how I found out about you, and I realized I had been following you for years because I remember your um I put it together that you were the same person. Like you would do a lot of these videos of just you walking down the streets of New York, like I'm happy and free. Like doesn't this piss you off? And I always wondered, like, who takes those videos of you when you're because you still do them, your whimsical jaunts down the streets of New York City. Who is on the other side of the camera?
Yeah, right. So I can't film my own. That is true. I don't have that skill up my sleeve. But no, I have a very, very bare bones team. So yeah, I have somebody who films me and helps with things from time to time. So
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Or you just have like an extremely long selfie stick and
Or
you're
whatever
awesome at it.
friend is around. But you know, even though people don't think I have friends.
Oh, people have said horrible things about you, Angela. All of the things. And people are like, "Oh, is she just a huge troll or just a huge liberal?" Cuz you and I love that you don't I kind of love that you okay, yeah, answer that question first cuz everybody's like, "Is she a troll or is she just liberal?" Or is it a combination of both? Or is it really like it's a work of art and it's up to the viewer to decide?
I am a bold lib. Um, and like, I think what's cool, I mean, I like having fun. I think what's different about my account is that I'm not just like, you know, writing the right off. I'm not like, MAGA's bad and like, I hate you. And so, yeah, I'm a bold lib. But you know, I'm having fun with my content. I think that we can all have laughs together. I think that laughter is therapeutic and like, and I'm having fun.
Okay, good. That's like you're just having fun. See, people are taking you way too seriously. People are losing sleep over you. People
But
feel
why? I
attacked.
want to know why. Why are people so angry about me walking and dancing?
And I love that you I don't want this to sound like stupid because we're kind of we're not too far apart in age, but I kind of love that you're like, fuck it, I'm 42, I'm child free, I'm dancing, I'm living my life, and then people go, oh, like people on the right proceed to be like, you should be doing this with your time, you are going to be alone forever, you are going to be a cat owner, and I find that I always think it's funny when you can piss people off because I always say you're only as strong as your triggers. So I think it's a good thing for everybody to know like what gets your own panties in a bunch because then you learn a lot about yourself and especially as a public persona, like a public figure, if you know what your own triggers are, really nobody can touch you because you can control your emotions and be kind of untriggerable. So
Yeah,
I
I mean, that is a tough skill, I think, right? But yeah,
oh
I
yeah.
think my whole thing is like, I believe that like I'm not a labels kind of a person. I like to say I'm unboxable. So I'm very into this idea of being unboxable. So there's a lot of people, right, coming at me trying to box me and say like you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And that's sort of what I'm fighting because like it's my life, it's my choices. And like, why does society tell us that we need to do these things, or people tell us we need to do these? Like, it's our life, right? We get one life, one short life. And why does it bother you how I live mine and what I want to do with it?
It has no effect on anybody how you live your life, really. People get upset for like you're an example or that you have influence over people, but I think people get upset over what you represent. And I mean, my God, like we were living basically the same life a year and a half ago. Like a year and a half ago, I was not married and I didn't have a baby. So and I get shit for that. I get shit for like Pearl loves to shit on me and that I didn't do those things early enough or in the right time or whatever. I'm just
Yeah.
bad at life, I guess.
Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just listening to a breastfeeding video before we
I am not able to comment on that. So
girl, enjoy your boobs. Enjoy your boobs where they're at, untainted by, I'm having a hard time dealing with my boobs going from ornamental to now functional. Like they're just working real hard, for no pay and no days off. I want to know what is the bold lib origin story? Because when people ask me like, oh, have you always been a alt-right extremist? And I go, no, it was a journey. And I was actually a feminist and a social justice warrior in college. So have you were your parents liberal? Like you don't have to get super into what policies you believe or don't believe, but have you always been this way, I guess?
So no, it's so interesting. It's a great question. And it's weird. Like when you think about it, like it just opportunities in life and things, like your life just takes different directions, right? I didn't used to be political at all. And in fact, like a lot of my family are some of the haters that attack me on social media. So no,
your family?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Did you have to block them or mute them?
Some of them, yes. Yes. So yeah, so it did not come from my family. But yeah, no, I think it's just been like over the years, especially like, I don't know. But like not growing up, I wasn't super political. I think sort of since I've been in New York and just kind of like, become more independent and like sort of, done my own thing. And I've just become more vocal. Like it's weird. New York has kind of changed me in a way, but in my opinion, in a beautiful way that I could have never anticipated. I feel like I've learned and grown so much as a person from living in New York. Like coming from Florida, like a small beach town in Florida is very, very different. So that's still a part of me. But yeah, like New York has really helped me embrace, and find kind of who I am. And then in terms of like social media and content creation, I started doing like live broadcasting on a platform called YouNow. And I just really enjoyed connecting with people and having fun. And so I kind of took that to other social media platforms and X and had, started getting a little more political. And then I just with trying out different ideas and putting different content out there and like seeing responses. And like, I feel like that kind of like guides you. And that's sort of what happened. Like, even just with the walk, there were dances and then there were walks and then there were dances. And so it's just kind of like, I feel like I've sort of come into my own when it comes to that, right? Like life is a journey. And, yeah, so it's just this process of like, I mean, I'm sure as a comic as well, like you have ideas and you put them out there and you see what kind of responses they get. And it just kind of takes its own like life and direction. And I kind of think that's what's happened with Bold Lib. So Bold Lib specifically started, I think, with the walks, kind of around that content. I guess it could have started with the dance. I did some like sort of anti-Trump dances. And then did a bunch of walks with like just coming up, just ideas about different captions related to being liberal. And I think it was the response that sort of guided me to be like, there's something here and I want to keep it going.
Because these are the posts, the first few kinds of posts that I remember about you. And this is from December of 22. Fact, liberal women walk with such swag and confidence because they are alpha male free. And
Yeah.
then oh, Yellow Flash. I know him. A life of wine, loneliness, and cats for substitute children.
See, and
Oh
2
my
years
God.
later, it's still relevant. It's still.
I know everyone
on.
in these comments. I know. Bernie, salty cracker. Oh my God, Josiah rises. I know. Oh my God, Brandon Strock. These are cat turd.
Cat turd, yes.
Everyone's
the
here.
big one. Yeah.
Cat turd really blew up. Oh my goodness. So this is, and so you must have something in your personality that you like my husband has this too, where you kind of like to like push buttons a little bit and like make people squirm. I think it's an interesting experiment in sociology or psychology or one of the ologies.
And my background is in actually psychology, so a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually a mental health counselor. Like I'm a therapist. So that's
You counsel other liberals and you just talk about your mutual mental illness.
All of the things. There's so
Mhm.
much. But I actually work with a younger population right now of young criminals who are criminally legally involved to try to keep them out of lives of crime and like, you know, the criminal justice system. So that's tough work. But like, yeah,
How does that go? Do you sit there and go, hey, stop looting targets? You know?
No, it's a lot of like, kind of goes back to why not everyone should have kids and like not, you know, like it's not the right decision for everyone. So it's a lot of trauma and like, you know, not having like a good background, which contributes. So there's a lot of, you know, things of not having support, not having like love, not having, and also just resources as well, right? Like not having, I don't know, money to support yourself. And so anyway, it's a lot of going back and like, they're not used to, my clients, a lot of them aren't used to talking about things. Like it's like, you just
what's
do
the
it.
age range?
Like 16 to 27.
Oh, wow. Okay. So these are like basically kids still till I consider a 27-year-old a kid still. I really, anybody under 30, go ahead.
Especially male. Sorry, but especially male.
Not sorry. You're still kids. They're still children.
They take time to mature.
Until you can fold a fitted sheet, you are still a child.
And some may never learn. But
no, for sure not. So that's interesting. Like you're like a therapist. So that's, no one can say, and that's the thing, is not everybody has kids, and there's still probably maybe the nurturing part of you that it goes into your job. So not every woman is, you know, but like I think most women do have a nurturing part of them, and like, yeah, good examples, like it can go into your job or your friends' kids or whatever, your niece and nephews. So, and also who cares? Like people don't give men shit if they end up child free at a certain age. So it's just, that's how it is.
Absolutely. No, and like that's my whole thing too, is like our sole purpose in life is not to have children, right? Like there's value in like so many other things in life. And so like all these people telling me that I'm miserable and I'm depressed and whatever because I don't have kids, it's like, hey, none of them know me. Like you don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know like, and they, you know, they, whatever, I've heard all the terrible things, but like, I am giving back to people. Like I am doing things. I do have very close, like friends and things like I have love in my life. So it doesn't only come from having children.
Yeah. I was expecting to see a cat tree in your background and there's not.
I know. So. Sorry. Just guitars today.
Can you play those?
Yeah. So I played bass guitar in an alternative rock band, which is a fun story actually, because my band helped me with the Bold LIB music video.
Ooh, oh my god, okay, we're gonna get to that. I'm trying to go in some kind of a sequential order.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
please.
so it's these fun walking down the street videos, you're figuring out, you're toying with captions, what is making people tick, what is making people feel kind of triggered, and you're like, probably enjoying this process because you're getting attention, and then I love this video of you dancing. I mean, and here's the thing too, the default thing to make fun of liberal women for is being obese, which you're not. You're cute and you're in good shape. So I think that frustrates people because they go, "Oh, what are we gonna get her on? Oh, their forehead. Let's attack that." This is the Liberate America of Trump dance strikes again. Just to know music, like
That was the best part, to be honest. People were the most mad about the fact that there was no music. It made people so angry that there was not music.
You know what I would have loved in this is just like us, the super to the apartment, like behind you throwing out the garbage
Which
or
could have
something.
happened because the garbage was, I don't know why the garbage cans aren't there, but there were garbage cans there. I didn't move them.
So you have your walking down the sidewalk videos, your fun dancing videos, and then what happens next? You go viral for this dancing video on a boat. Is that what happens next, or is
Well,
it the music video?
the music video came first. I released that in the past few months. Like I recorded it in February when I was in Orlando, Florida, visiting friends who were in my band. And then I can't remember, but like probably 2 months ago or so, filmed the video here in New York and released it. So yeah, this video came next.
Get ready, people. Like if you're not prepared to have this song in your head for the next week, then just turn the volume down on your.
That's the best compliment. That's the best compliment.
It's going to be the best kind of ear cancer. Let's go. Take us behind the music. What's the inspiration for this?
I mean, I think it's just a lot of like, of the talking points, a lot of the themes that come out, in terms of both sides. Like both sides can get crazy, right? Both sides can get a little crazy. And so it's trying in a way to build a bridge by having fun.
Yes.
That's
it's
where
so funny. Like you as a single, like you not having kids is going to destroy the patriarchy. Like, come on now. Yeah, like it is funny to think about, like, why does it make people upset?
That's right. This is my question all the time. I mean, because it does threaten the patriarchy, though. Like all these things, and you see it right now in like the
by lowering the birth rate, and that's not just that's everyone's fault. That's every like basically non-shithole country has a declining birth rate right now. So it's no one person's fault. It's just like everything's more expensive. I don't know. A lot of us have trust issues. I know I did. That's what took me a while. Like if I had a kid and married somebody that I was with in my 20s, my God, it would have been fucking horrible. So
and it can be, right? That's why it's an important decision. You can't just be like, everyone needs to have kids. Like, and the argument, my favorite argument is that like, you need to have someone to take care of you when you're old. Like what?
That's why the nurses are there for it,
Like how selfish is that? Like, I don't know. Like that's your argument to me. Like, I don't think that's cool. So interesting arguments, but yeah. And then it's like,
that is kind of ultimately selfish. If you're just having kids so that they can take care of you when you're old, it's
right.
Like that means the payoff is coming all the way at the end of your life, and not like, oh, I want to help shape the future, or I want to pour my best qualities into someone and help guide them through life, or.
And what kind of parent are you then? If like so it's concerning that those are the arguments. And then it's also super insensitive. Some people can't have children. So then to tell them there's something wrong, like their whole life is like for nothing because they can't have children is also like,
yeah, it's very shitty. And then people go, oh my God. And people gave me, it's the horrible things people said to me when I was pregnant. Like, oh, I hope your kid is going to be retarded. I hope he's going to be gay. I hope he's going to be trans. Like, and I'm just like, okay. These people are like strangers or losers. So it
people
doesn't matter
online?
much.
Who is seeing people online? I mean, I'm not surprised.
God, yes, trolls, various unsuccessful comedians that I'm acquainted with, and you're just like, oh, this poor. You feel bad because you're like, this is an innocent little being, like that may grow up to have nothing to do with comedy or the internet. So it's like, you do kind of feel sad, but people get very upset because now they can't call me. It's one less thing they can't make fun of me for, I guess. I don't know. People are always going to be upset the way you do things, or if you don't do things, or and isn't the right like all about not you know what I mean? Like, well, it's kind of hypocritical because if the right doesn't want to be forced into using somebody's pronouns, like, well, then should we not force people to have kids or shame them? Nothing's gonna ever happen through shaming and forcing.
Right.
That's why I think the red pill movement is like really a lot of noise and a waste of time, because you're not gonna shame women into having fewer partners or doing anything they don't feel ready to do or may not ever want to do.
Yeah.
Do you seem to get a lot of shit, I guess, from the red pill folks, or is it really kind of just generally sort of right wingers, or is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest, but yeah, I just think the right in general. But then again, I think it's what's been cool in a way is that I've also gotten a lot of like, I don't know, like positive support in a way for being a little bit different on the liberal side, like on the left, like because I'm able to like have fun and make people laugh, and like it's different than just me like attacking, and like I said, trying to build a bridge has like, even though I'm still getting a shit ton of negativity and attacks, like I've heard it all. But there is like also a lot of support coming from the right who like follow me and like me, and that's been cool. Like I like that. I enjoy seeing that.
A few people who are big fans of yours on the right include Ben Shapiro. I'm going to play this little clip.
The Republicans just play these people on a loop. Play Angela Belcamino on a loop. Another one of these single female influencers who's declaring her allegiance to Kamala Harris. She says, imagine being 42, child-free, stress-free, and being this happy. The right hates this. This is supposed to be. Hold
on. Have you actually been posting a lot about being for Kamala?
No.
Okay, so he's just using.
No, he just came. He just grasped that.
Wow. See, I would understand if you had been like all about like, I'm voting for Kamala, which people would expect.
I really haven't been like, I haven't been posting about that. So no, he ran with that.
Wowie.
To be a rip on JD Vance, suggesting that actually happiness very often.
So he's telling you that your intention for this is that you are intentionally ripping on JD Vance by saying, I'm happy, I'm child free. Was that even a thought?
You know, there's themes that I like, you know, roll with. Like when obviously hot topics, like things that are in, you know, in the news and relevant, like sure, like it informs kind of like, you know, the captions and things like that. But I mean, as you've seen, like it's sort of been relevant and been something in my content for a couple years now. So it's kind of been a part of like who I am for the, you know, in all of this content over years.
Clearly, Ben has never seen an episode of Sex in the City.
Lies in family and children. Here she is dancing around like a 16-year-old girl, but she's 42 and lonely.
And lonely? You can't tell that you're lonely from this video.
She's dancing around by herself, wearing a cutoff t-shirt and like short jean shorts.
I'm obsessed with Ben Shapiro. Like Ben Shapiro commenting over anything makes it funnier. Like he was in that Tom McDonald music video rapping, and just hearing his monotone, like very Jewy voice, it delights me.
Yeah, this was a moment. This has been one of my favorite moments, maybe ever, because the way I found out about it was amazing. Like watching it, the response I've gotten from people, like it's been awesome. My favorite part is the part where he says that there's a lot, but the short jean shorts thing, because they're legit long jean shorts.
Yes, they're jorts. Let's play the rest of this.
Jean shorts, like mom jeans.
This entire tweet is just the Nathan Fielder tweet. Here I am having an amazing time with my friends. They're just off camera. That is what this is. It's amazing. But there is a strategy. It's not by accident the Democrats are doing this. It's not by accident that Kamala Harris is doing this. They're steering directly into the single female vote. That's why, again, they're focusing on J.D. Vance. That's why they're focusing on abortion, because that's the only advantage they have in this election cycle. Most people don't want to hear Angela Belcamino lecture them about the joys of single living.
Oh, but they do.
I think they do. The numbers say otherwise, Ben. And you're talking about it. So there's something there. But yeah, it was cool because I was at work, and one of my friends who's a stand-in on like a TV show said that he heard the podcast in the van, like on his way to like the location to shoot that day. So I found out about it through him. Like otherwise I might not have ever known that Ben even said that on his podcast, but he was like, I heard him say your name and like my jaw dropped.
Wow. And
So
he is not the only Daily Wire talent to give you a shout out. Let's see. Here is the other one. It's Michael Knowles, who I think gets you a little bit more.
So cute.
I love it. This is great stuff. This is the layers of political satire. There are at least, I think, 11 layers of political satire going on here. This is the best song that has ever been selected for Music Monday. Totally right. A perfect presentation, not only of the liberal perspective, but of the medium of political commentary and influencing in the year of our Lord, 2024. It's just everything about it. Everything about it I love. Great selection. Michael Knowles, this is the Michael Knowles Show.
I appreciate him. He's very open-minded. I think he gets you.
Yeah, that was cool. Like watching his sort of reaction, like, and he played the whole video. It was really cool. Like, but his reaction was sweet. Like it felt genuine to me. I feel like there were some like a backhanded compliment in there, but I'll take it. Like I can't remember exactly what he said, but I felt it was like, it was nice. It was lovely. That was cool as well. Very cool.
Yeah. And you were also given a bit of attention from Sky News Australia. Let me play this. Very exciting. You're having a moment right now. Do.
You've been deep in that basement many times doing God knows what. It brings a whole new meaning to Crazy Cat Lady, as does this.
Being child-free threatens the patriarchy. We don't need no man. We can do everything he can. I'm a bold lip. Taylor's on my side. I'm a bold lip. MAGA starts to cry. Boy, I'm a bold lip. And Taylor's on my side. Yeah, she is. I'm a bold lip.
Have you spoken to Taylor Swift? I feel like you have power to.
No, sadly, Taylor has not made contact with me yet, but
don't lose hope.
She's on my side. I know she's on my side.
catchy,
No.
isn't it? I mean, there's something very odd about those lefty DEI bold libs.
But she called it catchy. She called it catchy. So, I'll take it. Catchy. The other thing about Ben's comment too, like dancing around like a 16-year-old girl, like why can't a 42-year-old woman dance around? Like why? Just because I'm dancing. What makes it 16
That's how life is supposed to go. You're supposed to get married, have kids, and cease all dancing and fun. The joy is supposed to like totally leave your face. I want to bring up that you guys are sending in some super chats. Thank you, by the way. But I have to bring up this comment because I think it's true. Married people are secretly jealous of single people. Because I remember when I was pregnant, everyone's like, enjoy your sleep now. Enjoy the sleep. Enjoy your sleep. It's all going to change. And then it happens in a way like that's just, I don't know. I imagine it's like losing your legs in a car accident. Like this is life now. I mean, what a horrible example to compare being a mom to. No, it's like, it's good, but it's just, yeah, you're completely transformed and I don't know. I haven't, maybe because I've only been a mom 3 months. I don't really miss not being a mom anymore, but, because I feel like, well, I was mom-like with my friends, with dogs, with other people's kids. Like you have, like kind of how you are with the kids that you support or like give therapy to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is true because it's like if you're married and or have kids, it's like it's never gonna just be about you again. You can't just sleep in and do whatever the fuck you want. You can't just, what I really miss is like, my God, I can't just work out whenever I want, or like sometimes at all. It's like really scary. So, and I think people go, oh, like it's true that not the only way to be productive in society is to have kids. It's and you know what? People raise shitty kids too.
Yeah.
People have been very absent in their children's lives. So, oh yes, thank you. It's my husband in the chat. Unhappily married people are jealous of the perception of freedom that comes with being single. Okay, this is even better said. Yes, because if you're unhappily married, you're going to feel like your spouse is a ball and chain and keeps you from doing the things that you like. Whereas a good partner is gonna be like, no, fucking go play video games, go go blow off some steam, or like, yeah, go hang out with your friends, go have a cigar, like or go to the mall, fucking spend $200 at Fabletics, see if I care.
Yeah, I feel like there's this tendency to want to tear people down or attack. It's like a defense mechanism or something. Like I do feel like a lot of times when people aren't happy, they try to tear others down, in particular about things that like they might wish like that was different in their life. Yeah, I do think in general, most people who attack other people are like unhappy. So, and there is this like, oh, trying to, convince yourself. And this is not like, I'm not generalizing at all. Like some people are happy with kids, without kids, single, married, whatever. You got to do you for sure. But I do think there is this tendency when you're getting attacked, it's like, what is that really about? And it's usually when people are like not happy or they're trying to convince themselves that they did the right thing or they're doing the right thing and they're not missing out and their life is fine. So there's definitely a lot there.
And there's a lot of people who they maybe feel like they had to marry the person that they had kids with, which is not someone they would have picked. And they're right. A lot of people feel like they need to do the right thing. And in many ways, it is the right thing. It is better for kids. But like, yeah, your own life kind of takes a dip for a while until I guess the kids are. And you know what? Like I appreciate people who do that, but at the same time, kids can smell resentment. Like my parents didn't get along, and I could tell, and I didn't think they were heroes for staying together for us. So,
yeah. And you hear that a lot. Like people think that they're maybe doing the right thing. I don't know. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Once again, but like they think it's better to stay together, but that isn't always better. Like these, just again, I think it goes a lot to like messages and society and like expectations, and that's again why I'm very like anti-box, anti-labels, like you do you, because you can't live your life based on what other people tell you should be doing. Like, it's your life, your decision. You only have one, right? In my opinion. So like, yeah, like you're not going to be happy if you live by other people's standards. You have to do your own thing.
Also, if you're somebody who never has kids, it's like, I guess there might be people like, oh, maybe I wonder what if, but it's also like you can't miss what you never had. So in a sense, it's like you don't know, like you can't be upset at something. Like I'm not upset that I never did. Like I don't know what it's like to be on Joe Rogan. So you know what I mean? It's like, well, that's never happened. So I'm not. Actually, I am upset that I haven't been on Joe Rogan. Hey, wait a minute. Hey.
No, it's not necessarily an easy decision, but it is a thoughtful one. Like, for me anyways, like it's a tough decision. And there's parts of me that like, are interested in it, but like, ultimately I've decided what I have. And like,
so if you got knocked up tomorrow, you're dating a lovely gentleman and then you find out you get pregnant, do you keep it?
That is a very circumstantial decision.
That's
it really
true.
I really can't answer that question just because like it really depends on like who that person is and like what our relationship is like and what my situation is at the time. Like, so it's so hard. Like it would be a decision. So it's not, for me, it's not like a no-brainer. It really depends like who the person is, like where we're at, like what's going on in my life. Like, so.
And you don't know how you feel like till it's actually happening to you.
Yeah. But it's a good question, but I wouldn't really know until I'm in the moment.
I think if you said that yes, you would keep it, it would be terrible for your brand. So
I think that people should have the choice, right? For their own lives, bodily autonomy, like their own, like, so that is what I believe is that, people should be able to make their own choices about those things.
I wish people were more responsible and not get pregnant willy-nilly, because it's like you are killing a life and it's like, oh, you could have had fun. You should have been better at pulling out, actually. Like I wish people would not get to a place where they have to have an abortion, but you can't force people to make better life choices. So that's where the right kind of spins their wheels a bit. Kevin Fitz, thank you for the orange boy. Hello, Angela. I'm 6'2", and I have great hair. Also, Ohio is much better than New York. You can stay at my condo that I paid off 5 years ago. Wow, he's a catch.
Kevin, that's so nice of you. That's nice. I was expecting to get all, mean comments, but that's very
Kevin,
nice.
You lost us at Ohio, but thank you so much for playing.
Fun fact, Kevin, some of my family originated in Ohio. I never lived there, but apparently my grandmother and like her family came from Ohio to Florida. So there's something there, maybe.
You have Ohioan roots. Daniel Clancy, Taylor will always be on your side. Bold Libin for life.
Libin, yes. I do love the Libin. Libin it up. Oh my God. That so nice. Thanks, Thomas. I know Thomas.
You know Thomas? This is one of your Sims. Okay, Thomas Ahern. Hi there, Angie. Congrats on your first podcast. I'm really honored that this is your first podcast. Like I'm really.
Yeah, so you took my podcast virginity.
I took it.
You did. Wow. You did. And now people are going to be like, talking about my podcast count like my body count pretty soon.
Unbelievable. Yeah, they're going to be like, she's ran through. She's been on 5 podcasts. Happy Plague Doctor. Where did she inherit her 5 head? Mother or father? Okay.
Speaking of, I'm glad we went back to the forehead because nobody can get enough of my forehead ever. So I pulled out my measuring tape and I was like, all right, what do we see here?
Is that like 2 and change? I mean, if you're starting it here, it's 3 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But like you also like, you don't do bangs. You like, who knows? Right. Mine's probably that big too.
Despite what people wanting me to have bangs, I'm not doing it. So
No, because that would look like you have caved to the pressure.
You cannot. It's funny though, like I have never once in my life thought about my forehead or been insecure about my forehead my entire life until like social media attention. Like, and it's all the forehead. But you got to embrace it. It doesn't bother me. You guys are not, it's not bothering me. So
you do. I same thing with me. Like when I got amassed a bit more haters. I have a very gummy smile, and people will still come at me for that. And like, yeah, but it bothers you in the very beginning, but then you get over it, and it's like it's part of just being a public figure, being online, you know. And that's the thing; they're only picking on your forehead because you're in great shape, and they can't say you're fat.
they still do though. It's like I've heard it all, like everything. You're either too skinny, you're too fat, you're whatever. Like it's literally everything. So it's like I've heard everything, but at the same time, I want more original things.
Yes.
I still feel like I'm hearing the same thing somehow, but they attack everything. So, but how do you? So, sorry, go ahead, Chrissy.
Okay, I wanted to put up your tweet. God, maybe I forgot about it. You said your top 5 responses that people have been saying to you, like that you're. Well, shoot, you remember your own tweet. What were the top 5? I'm gonna find it.
And it's COVID brain, so I don't know. I forgot, but it's basically you're lonely. You're gonna die alone. Something about it's always with cats. It's
always cats.
Cats, yeah, that kind of stuff.
When really like dogs are I would say much better for single people because you can go do more activities with them. Like cats just really stay home.
Yeah, and sometimes they like don't want to be bothered. Right? Sometimes cats just like want to be by themselves. Like
cats, I will tolerate a cat. I don't say I hate cats, but I don't enjoy a cat because they think they're better than you. And it's like, bitch, I'm feeding you. Like I'm keeping you alive. You know? Who's opening the fancy feast and digging the little cup every day? Mike Middleton, Angela, admit your love for Nick Adams, alpha male.
Never. No.
Who is Nick Adams?
Nick Adams is a self-proclaimed alpha male of like X and
Oh, is he a red pill person?
I don't know if he is a red pill person, but he's all alpha male energy. So we have some fun. We have some fun banter.
You know what? Who the true alpha males are? The men who don't go around saying how alpha they are.
Right? If you have to say it,
then you're not it. You're not it. It's like we can see you. It's like you're standing on your tippy toes. Lady Winter. Okay, I put that up about the being jealous of people. Oh, Fealty, my dear Fealty. Kamala and her team have been reaching out to all creators. I wonder if they have called Angela.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have a price though? I have a price.
I haven't actually thought about it, but I would consider it.
Okay.
But I have not had to think about it.
Get that Henry Sisson money or whatever the hell his name is.
Harry Sisson. Harry.
Oh, Harry. Henry. That's his grandpa.
I met Harry, actually. I met Harry in New York. Yeah.
Where did you meet him?
We had a day where we did a Cybertruck get together with some creators on X, and he was there.
Ooh. Cybertruck sounds a lot different. Okay, MTB Steve. Hey, Angela, let's be single and child-free together. This is great for you. You're getting like, I swear to God, by the end of this podcast, your DMs will be full and maybe you won't be single anymore.
I didn't know I was coming for that, but thank you, Chrissy. It's like, like a matchmaker. Dude.
I don't know if you had been saying that you've just been saying you're child-free. I don't think you were saying that you were single, but
I haven't said that, but
you could have some slam pieces on the side.
Right?
Gabriel Knight, Brady Cop, Kamala, Stolen Valor, Tim A. Walls, 2024. Okay, I don't know what this means, Gabriel, but thank you. I will take your money and I will use them for diapers.
Gabriel, yeah.
Pineconer, Angela Belcamino isn't being fairly paid on X. Yes, this brings us. Thank you, Pineconer. This brings us to an important topic, and that is why were you only paid $145 after going turbo viral?
Yeah, that's the question, really. It doesn't make sense. So I don't really know. I mean, I have friends who are very techie on X, and like they are reviewing analytics for hundreds of accounts and trying to make it make sense. And like, there's a lot of speculation right now. Of course, the creators who are making money are attacking me and saying that, you know, my content isn't good enough, essentially. And like, people don't
Wow.
want to advertise on it and like all this junk, which is being disproved like by all of the analytics and the facts of like who's engaging. Tons of the right are engaging, and, you know, blue checks. And so there's a lot of different things being said right now. Like, I don't reply. Like, so people have all this idea, but once again, it's like, it's working for certain people. And so I feel like they want it to stay the way that it's going, but it's not working for me. And it hasn't worked for me for however, it's been about a year of monetization. Hasn't been good for me at all. People are like, oh, you're about the money. I'm not. I'm happy to make any money off of content creation. That's not my like goal. That's not what I'm trying to, I have a full-time job, but it's just frustrating. It's frustrating to be a content creator and to go to X and create original content. Like, I created Bold Lib and this music video and this specifically on X. I didn't take it from TikTok. I didn't take it from another platform. And there hasn't been a reward for that. And it's viral. It has over 38 million views and like 33,000, you know, replies. Like,
Wow.
and to make I made $145. Like, what creator thinks that they're going to go on a platform, create original content, and make $100 for like a viral post? Like, it just.
And you don't have like a small following either. What are you at, like 250K?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
And I know I would see people post like, I made a couple thousand, and you're like, what? That's a whole ass job. Fuck, you know?
And you look at their numbers and they're not nearly as good as mine in any capacity. So that's not a thing. I'm not trying to be like, you don't deserve it. But like, if you're making this, then like,
what is
how
the
am I
metric?
only making this?
How and there was this guy that you asked, you know, what are you doing to make this money so that we could all be successful? I don't know who this is. I'm going to bring it up though. But
Penny.
This post serves as my bi-weekly gratitude. So much gratitude for this incredible platform and every single person who reads or interacts with my content. I think this is so icky. Like, is the right word gauche? I don't know. For just posting like how much money you make. I don't love it.
And he puts it out there. Like, every payout. So why not? Like, why can't I ask questions?
Exactly.
Right?
You're gloating about it. So you're just saying, hey, like, I'm sure you're a great guy and I'm happy for your payout. You probably saw my viral video. Let's be honest. Everyone did. I only got paid $145. Can you help us by showing us your current 7-day analytics so we can know what we need to do to make your money? Here's mine. And then, wow, you got, my goodness, 52.7. Now, is this in how much time are these, like, what's
2
the
weeks.
time frame? Okay, Jesus.
It might have been, 2 weeks is the payout period.
You got 52 point, it is every 2 weeks. Okay. So you're getting 52.7 million impressions.
Oh, the payout is every 2 weeks, but these analytics right here are for 7 days for me.
Oh, this is just a week.
Yeah, the payout's every 2 weeks, but these analytics are for 7 days for me.
Holy cow. I don't know. I never look at this for me. I probably should.
But yeah. So honestly, so right now, the reason I'm talking about it is like to raise awareness, to be like, I'm just looking for transparency. I would like some answers, like also trying to help other creators, like use my situation, because just for people to understand the reality of it. I mean, they're pitching it like you can come here and you can make money, but like, who expects to have a viral video and make $100? Like,
so do you think you're shadow banned?
I think there's something going on, and I have great friends that are, on the platform that are trying to get to the bottom and honestly and I'm very appreciative of them spending time trying to figure it out. We think that there's potentially some type of flag on my account. that like a human at X needs to like review or something like that. And they're thinking it's related to like older X accounts versus like newer accounts potentially. So again, this is all, we don't really know. We're like all trying to figure it out together.
Are you an older account or a newer account?
I'm considered an older account. Yeah. I mean, I'm 2013. That's, I mean, yeah, there's people
2013, girl. I've been at Twitter since March of 2007. I was an early adapter. Ooh, wow.
So yeah, so you were also an older, but yeah, so there's definitely older. Like we've talked to other people, like whatever, 2005, 2007, whatever it is, but it's older compared to some of the newer accounts that are making more money.
Wow. Yeah, not fair.
Okay. But it's all over my head, and I'm just trying to talk about it so that hopefully it gets fixed and we get some answers possibly.
Yes, if you're listening and you are a Twitter nerd or expert,
help me.
Please weigh in because we want to crack this code. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to share what is my favorite insults that I've seen because I've scoured the internet for Angela insults, and I found my favorite one. Angela Belcamino waiting for snacks from liberal sugar daddy who is always underwater, and it's just some sort of whale fish thing. It's a fish with a pronounced forehead. Looks like an angler fish or something. He's saying that's you. First of all, what sugar daddy is going to always be underwater? I don't understand this, Gus. This is a terrible roast.
Yeah, I think he was like on something when he posted. I don't know.
You are way more attractive than this fish. My goodness.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm a bold fish. Clark Kent. Hey, Angela, I'm one of your ex simps. Because of you, I got a thing for bold lib and big foreheads now.
Yes, I love it. See, it's contagious. Yes,
it really is. The Happy Plague Doctor. I will give her 5 sons and teach her how to garden. Ooh.
No, thank you, sir.
What about maybe 5 daughters?
More tempting, maybe. I don't know. I like all kids.
Okay. We'll start with one.
Yeah. Please.
We'll start with one son and we'll raise him to be a male feminist. Okay. Biotransliberation. How do you feel about men who sit down to pee?
You know how I feel about it.
You're a pro.
Yeah. All about it.
Don't just helicopter your patriarchy everywhere. Yeah, just sit that ass down. Jeremy David, I believe they call that a geriatric account.
Everything's geriatric now. Like
I know.
I'm a geriatric millennial now. They keep renaming. Like,
yeah.
What? That's the worst thing.
I was a geriatric pregnancy. It was really enjoyable.
I hate that. That's right. I hate that too. No.
It's based on very old data, and what I always tell people is like a lot of the old research says like your fertility starts tanking after 30 or 35 and really doesn't begin to go down until after 40. So, and if for people that are like listening and care about that sort of thing, if you're like taking good care of yourself, like you'll probably get knocked up if you want to do that. Okay.
There are like women, at a lot of ages that people wouldn't think that have children. I remember when I first moved to New York and went to like my first female doctor appointment, and it was a male, and he told me, this is 11 years ago, told me like, I really need to think about having kids. Like,
wow.
And I was like, yeah, like the first gynecologist that I went to in New York, and he was like, yeah, you should really, you're getting up there, like you should really start thinking about. And I was like, I will never see you again. Never again will I see you.
So you were 31?
Yeah. essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, 30 or 31. Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
really out of line. Like,
That
what?
was really bold, but not in the way that I like.
No. What if he
Not
was like,
in a
damn,
good
he's
bold.
down there like, damn, girl, you look good. What are you doing after this?
Yeah, I was really taken aback by that. It was like, way to force your your life, philosophies on
If
me.
you're a gynecologist, like you really can't get away with much creepiness at all. Like you gotta tone that way down. I think your proximity to a naked vagina and your creepiness have to be like inverse.
Yes, I agree with you completely.
Okay. I want to know, you've had some famous people block you, like Rudy Giuliani and Roseanne. Why did this happen? How did you piss them off?
I honestly don't I remember how Trump blocked me. I
Trump
don't remember.
blocked you?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
actually what I feel like that might have been what started it. My recollection, I don't know exactly, but I do know what I said to Trump. He blocked me. That's
What
actually
did you
kind of
say
how
how did you get Trump to block you?
the tweet that Trump blocked me for was insulting his golf game. Like, it was an insult to his golf game. But like, I feel like I had been like saying a lot. I think he was probably sick of me at that point.
So you were like tweeting at him a bunch.
Kind of, yeah. So like,
Okay.
that was the one. But I don't honestly remember what I said. I honestly don't remember what I said to the other
Giuliani and Roseanne.
No, I don't remember. But it is kind of, yeah. It's kind of fun though.
I wonder what famous people have blocked me. I don't even know how I would find that out. I don't know. Is there like an app you can find that out?
I'm not sure.
No, maybe I don't want to know. I'll just
You're
upset
like,
me.
yeah. I do get excited when like certain people follow me. That's like
Okay, who are you excited about following you? Anybody? Any notable?
John Cusack followed me, and I found out like I love like a good like 80s movie. Like that's so yeah, I got very excited when John Cusack followed me.
That's exciting.
People like that, but it's fun. Oh, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill follows you.
Yeah, and he replies to me and stuff. I like the Mark Hamill one. I always post it on Instagram when he's fun.
What are your thoughts? Were you a Star Wars fan?
Later in life. Like I wasn't into Star Wars like when I was younger, but then there was a point when I watched them all, and like now I am. But it wasn't like a part of my childhood, but
are you still a fan, even though he's like been kind of gay lately? And like the last couple, there was like, I forget what movie it was, which one, where his character changed and he got real faggy.
I didn't like what they did with his character. Like, in the one. But,
they fucked it all up. Okay, but I don't think he'll ever listen to this podcast. But if you do, Mark, I'm not a fan, but Angela is. Okay, good. But biotrans liberation in a race war between blacks and Asians, who wins? Oh, absolutely blacks. Are you kidding me? Like physically, like a physical fight, blacks. Are you familiar with Stop Asian Hate? Like that's the whole thing. But right, in terms of nails, dry cleaning, maybe getting shit back together, Asians for sure. What do you think, Angela?
I'm not touching that one. I have no comment on that one.
That's what I think is very liberating about being sort of right-wing oriented, like the freedom to be like gently racist. I enjoy that. Kevin Fitz, I live 10 minutes away from Cedar Point. You New Yorkers love my town. Quit pretending you hate Ohio. Wink.
Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy because I've been to Cedar Point. See, this is kind of crazy, Kevin. When I was a child, like I said, we had family still in Ohio. So we took a trip from Florida to Ohio to go visit whatever family were still there. Like great grandmother, like whatever, not people I was close to, but we went to Cedar Point. I was a very like big into roller coasters. So I remember like I was like 6 or 7 trying to go on all of the the highest roller coasters, which they have like a lot of, like they at the time, like the highest ones and stuff like that. So I do actually, I have some photos somewhere in an album of me at Cedar Point. So that's cute.
I love that. Do you still like roller coasters?
I do. I don't go that much anymore. Like I haven't been to any theme parks really up here, but
go to Six Flags. It's in Jersey.
I should go to Six Flags. Yeah. I had a client talking about it recently and I was like, oh, I didn't even like think about, like I didn't even know there was a Six Flags. But.
Or you could take a bunch of friends and go to Coney Island and like take a bunch of photos and like pose with ice cream and have like a Coney Island day, like a whimsical, you know, beach.
I do
like,
that.
Like hang out in the broken glass on the beach kind of a day.
Yeah. The last time I went to Coney Island was like a lot. But I have been on the Cyclone, that roller coaster. I've been on several times. That one is like not scary, only scary in the sense that you think you're going to like get like a head injury because it's like, it's so like old and rackety that you're just like banging all around back and forth. Like that part is scary about it.
Yeah, it's like a constant donkey punch. It's not fun. The Pine Coner, Angela, you're my favorite person on X. You're the reason I'll never delete this app. Is it true you dated Elon?
I can't kiss and tell. But I feel like there might be something to it in terms of why I'm not making any money on the app. So,
you
shouldn't
have stood him up.
Yeah, or exposed him. I don't know.
Unbelievable. Jeremy David, Trump takes golf seriously. Remember the debate? I actually don't remember it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that is a good point. You're right.
Did he mention golf during the debate?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, golf was a whole thing. Golf was an issue on the debate that we did not know was going to be a thing in the debate between Trump and Biden. It was all about golf.
What is Biden even doing now?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
We're hopefully relaxing because, like, you know, I don't know. Like, why does anyone want to be president?
I don't understand. Age? Yeah.
Like, at that age, right? Like,
or at all.
I agree with you there. I don't want to be.
It's too much. It's too much responsibility. You have to be like, either just need it for your ego, or that, you know, you must need it for your ego. Plus you do think you can help, or you're like so compromised that you're just like, it's I need to make a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Magnum Norris, my gyno told me to jump in the Mississippi River. The Asian carp population reduced dramatically. Well, that's nice. I had a friend who told me that, back to your gyno story, she told me that it was like her family's gynecologist, like her mom had gone to this guy, she had gone to this guy forever, and he didn't tell her that she should have kids like with yours, but I think he may have said something even worse. He was like, you're too tight. And he would say something like, oh, I have to like loosen you up. And I'm like, are you sure this was a gynecologist and not like a man on the street? Like you were in the middle of a blackout. And like, she was telling me the story. I'm like, I was horrified. It just was like so inappropriate. And I'm just like, oh, how do you still go to this person? And she's like, well, we've been going to him forever. My mom goes to him. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
No.
And then I kind of stopped talking to her because I was like, you don't respect yourself. You're still going to this person.
That's another one of those things, like, decide for yourself, please. Just because your mom did it does not mean it's okay.
Ugh. I'm like, he's in there giving handies. Oh, it's Frank. This is funny. Cusack and Hamill make Angela look like Nick Fuentes. That's a compliment. Okay. Lance the Thrustcock. Angela needs to date Coach Letterman. Who is that?
Letterman is an account on X as well, who I love. So, yes.
There's probably, because you're probably in leftist Twitter, like how there's a black Twitter and a Jewish Twitter. There's probably accounts like I don't even know about.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, but I definitely have both sides, which is cool. So yeah, but yeah, I'm familiar with a lot
Can
of.
you help me get into leftist Twitter? What do I have to do or say?
Just follow me.
Okay.
I'll show you the way.
I could pretend to be liberal. I was an OG liberal back in the early aughts. The pine coner is a hot dog, a sandwich.
I mean, I'm of the opinion that it is, because isn't it like anything in between two slices of bread, essentially, kind of? So I don't know. I kind of think so.
It is.
It's funny. Yeah, right. I don't know. My opinion. People have very strong thoughts on things that you wouldn't necessarily think that they do, but
Definitely. Oh, it's not sure. A little cat in a tomato costume. Miss
Oh.
Belcamino, if a biopic of your life were filmed, who would you want to play you other than yourself? Ooh.
That's a cool question. So one of my favorite actresses is Kate Winslet.
Ooh.
But then
she's too serious to play you.
But I also really like Jodie. People have actually sort of been compared to Jodie Comer, who I like also love from Killing Eve. I don't know if you've seen that.
Jodie Comer.
Jodie Comer. She's in Killing Eve.
Yes, she does look like you.
So I would say her. I think she's an amazing actress. She can be fun and like quirky, but like serious. She's like very layered, I feel like, as an actress. Oh, Emma Stone is I see in the comments.
Oh, yes, I see the resemblance. Yes, she looks just like you.
Thank you.
Who is that now? This is gonna come out like an insult, but I don't mean it. Who is that like blonde bimbo chick that's in the like the Scream movies? She plays an idiot in every movie she's in.
Anna Faris?
Yes, I think she could play you too.
That's funny you say that. I've gotten her like once, like hardly ever, but I have gotten that though. I like her too. She's funny. Anna Faris.
Yeah.
Is that who you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that too.
She's delightful.
I get Cara Delevingne, but I don't like her. I don't. She's not a good actress, so like I'm not a big fan.
Oh, she's dead behind the eyes. Like I don't know how. I was gonna say I don't know how.
People say that about me too, so maybe that's a good fit. I don't know. She's dead behind.
She's beautiful, but like in a strange way. I kind of do see the resemblance here too. She's serving forehead. I think it's I think her family's super rich and well connected, and she's like kind of a model.
I don't like about her. I'm not a nepotism person, so.
And she's just like, I don't know. She goes to what's that festival during the summer where everybody
Coachella?
Yeah, she just is like. She has Coachella face.
Right. And I've never been to Coachella, so that's not going to work.
There's nothing I'd rather do less than go to the amount of money you spend to go there. And you're like, why? You get to a desert. Now we're all dehydrated on drugs.
Peeing on each other.
With other dehydrated people. I just can't. Wait a minute. We have hot goss. Cara Delevingne and Amber Heard had a threesome with Elon Musk. Is this true, VLT?
I don't know.
I believe it because I think isn't Amber Heard's baby with Elon? That came out during the Johnny Depp trials, I think. It's true. Okay, I believe you, Fealty.
It's true. It's that simple. It's true.
It's true. I noticed that you and I, Angela, have exact opposite taste in airline pilots.
Yeah.
That you prefer all women. And I don't. Let's see. What are my other talking points? I wrote down airline pilots.
We've got gynecologist wasn't even on the list, and we tackled that. That was good.
Holy crap! What do you think is the biggest? Okay, yes, your turn.
No, you go, and then
What is the biggest? What do people get wrong about you? What is the biggest misconception?
Was it like that I'm miserable and lonely? And I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? Yeah, definitely that I'm depressed, I'm miserable, I'm lonely. I think people are starting to get that I'm fun and like, and stuff like that, because I am. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody has comments about that, thoughts, I don't know what other, yeah, I don't know what people really think about me, what they're just like saying to like come at me and attack me. So
Right.
it's kind of hard to know, like,
That's true
sometimes what people
because
really think.
I think what most people are just saying the same tired insults,
Yeah.
which I don't know. Yeah, they need to be a little bit more creative. But I just wonder. I'm trying to get to the nugget of like why, what you trigger in people. I think it's people who they get married, they have kids, and then they never see their own friends again, and they'll never do a brunch. They'll never do like a stay out all night and black out like old times. And they're not making time for their I guess I don't even want to say former self, but yeah, you can't completely lose yourself in a relationship or in a family, I guess. Like you're more than just being a wife, being a mother, being a husband, being a father. Um and I think like when people lose themselves, that's when you get resentful. So you just have to, but that's on you. You got to make time for that.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's not easy to do, but you can do it. Like there's a way to do it, and yeah. So I mean, it's true.
It's true, guys. Oh, wow. Okay. So my producer Fealty just sent me an article. It is true. The three-way rumors are true. Cara Delevingne in threesome affair with Elon Musk, Amber Heard, explosive testimony that drags supermodel into Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation. Wow. I don't like this because now I'm picturing Elon Musk in a threesome and he doesn't really have a great body. He's sort of like a brick. He's like a pale brick.
But yeah,
With
no
his
one
head.
attacks the men for that, right?
Yeah. He's got a bunch of kids. His seed has been spread all over. Oh, speaking of spread seeding, I saw this and wanted to get your take on it. Okay. Oh, this is from Mr. Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit. Before a man even thinks about getting married, he needs 5 things in place: be 35 or older, be in shape, make 100K a year, have 6 to 12 months of salary saved, have had sex with 50 girls or more. And by the way, if a woman has all these things, she'd be shunned.
Exactly. That's my thoughts exactly. It's like the women's list would be completely opposite of that.
Yeah. I just don't think once you're with like more than 10 people, like again, the type of people and sex you're having starts repeating itself. So it's like you don't need to have like 5 rounds again. You know what I mean? Like once you've been with a couple people, you're like, oh, okay, that's like a number 3. I've had a couple number 3s, a couple number 2s. That's a 9. It's like you're really not missing out on anything. Not
Yeah.
if people want to be a slut, go for it. But I'm just saying, like, if I could go back to my younger self, I would be like, just sleep with the people you liked, Chrissy. No need for all this.
The be in shape one is interesting though, because
Yeah.
because the whole dad bod thing, like men are just allowed to have dad bods and whatever. Like, I mean, the reality is like, yeah, nobody gives them a hard time about their bodies or even like going bald.
Everyone should be in shape. You should be in the best shape of your life before you get married, because once you get married and have kids, like there's a lot, it's harder. You have more working against you. So if you're not in great shape of your like before that, like what the hell's wrong with you? Like what are you doing all day? You have no excuse. You have your whole life to get the dad bod. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't like Myron.
No, and the body count thing too. It's like, I don't know.
I don't think girls like a guy with a high body count. I don't think. I mean, if it's I would say if more than 4. I don't want to be like your second or third. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, like, I
But
remember
yeah, why is it okay like for them to, it's like cool to be with more than 50 people, but like for us it's like no.
Because men, I had sex with 50 girls. How many of those girls did you make come, Myron? Okay.
That's the real question.
Maybe none. Okay.
None. None.
Like,
My guess is
you had the sex, but did they enjoy themselves?
my money is on hell no.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad you had a great time, Myron. But you could have just stayed home with a box of Kleenex. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Well, you're not a bitch at all, and you're delightful, Angela. So everybody who's watching this expecting some kind of horrible Catwoman, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I mean, I'm still that also. Just putting on my best facade today. No.
You're doing your thing. Tell the fine people any like Jerry Springer final thoughts. Any final words for the folks?
This has been amazing. Chrissie's awesome. I'm so glad that you were my first. Sweet.
I hope I was gentle.
You were, and I feel like we're like twinning a little. I feel like we're both wearing kind of pink, and like our hair is like,
yes,
more hair vibe going on. It was just meant to be.
We're both geriatric. Yeah.
We're both geriatric. Yes. So similarities, differences. But no, I thank you so much for having me. I just, again, like I do really enjoy having fun and connecting with people and building relationships. And so for me, that's what it's all about. And, again, with the bridge and like being able to have conversations, like have some laughs, like, life is serious enough. And so I appreciate the love, support. You guys can keep coming at me and attacking me, but like, it's not going to stop me. So nor do I believe the things that you're saying.
And I mean, and also like you guys, this is Twitter. It's entertainment. Like she might be a complete character for all you know. She may not she could, sometimes I just say shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just say shit to get a rise out of people. You don't really even know what anyone really believes on anything. And it doesn't matter. I think the point is it's like, you're fun, you're funny, you're kind of like pushing the envelope in a cool, like an adorable way. So more power to you. We will be rating Keanu, my dear friend Keanu. We'll be rating her live stream. So yeah, say Bold Lib sent us. That's funny. This stream is going to go everybody in this chat. So when you rate a stream, this is the technology of today. When this stream ends, everyone's going to be sent through the internet to my friend Keanu's live stream because she's streaming right now. And then I go, Keanu, I sent you 50 people. You're welcome. And that's how that goes.
I love that. That used to happen when I live broadcast too. It would go like when I dropped, it would go to another streamer. So I get it. Yeah.
Where can people follow you, Angela?
Oh, please, on all of the things, but on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, but it's all at Angela Belcamino.
Awesome. We should hang out and get lunch in the city or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I want to come to your show. I was like, okay, I don't have a pen, but I was like September 7th, you said, right? So I'm
yes,
like, definitely, I would love that. And hopefully I can come to your show.
Okay. We're friends now. It's happening. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys are very well behaved today. Good for you. And we will see you all next time.